What's up guys, Zac Perna here, and today's video is about the traps you can fall into when you're dieting and why I haven't gained any muscle in 2 years. Let's do it. I be that young rapping dude, might just trap with you, coming with the thunder baby. Alright guys, so just a quick video today. I just wanted to talk about some of the traps of dieting, so what you can get yourself into and how to overcome them basically through reverse dieting. So if you don't know what that is, that's fine, I'll go into it. But I just want to get started with what I've been going through the past probably 2 years and why I haven't changed that much. So let's think about back in the day when I was like 17, 18, that's when I grew the most. Social media wasn't really a thing for me. I was just bulking as much as I could throughout the winter, getting fat as hell, looking like an absolute pig, mate, but it didn't really affect me, I don't really care. And I grew muscle. So I probably got too fat now that I think about it, didn't really help, but I was able to grow muscle through these long periods of calorie surpluses, which I needed. So that was how I built the muscle. And then if you look at the photos of when I, say, competed, when I was about 18, 19, I look very similar to what I look like now in terms of muscle size and muscle mass. The only thing I've got now is probably more muscle maturity, so you can see the shapes and things are more detailed now because I've still been training every single day in the gym for the past 2 years, but there hasn't been significant size added, and that requires a calorie surplus. So this is the thing, is that I've basically been dieting for the past year, flat out, with these little things in between that set me back. So let me tell you what happens. When you diet, you are reducing your calories, and your body responds to this by slowing your metabolism down because you don't want to die. So you don't want to die of starvation, so your body will slow down your metabolism, and that's metabolic adaptation, so it's adapting. And so what happens is that I'm reducing my calories, let's say a year ago, right? I'm gonna diet down, reducing my calories, they get down to 1600, they get down to 1500, and at that point, my body's used to 1500 calories. That's not a lot, by the way, if you're thinking. It's nothing. So my body's used to 1500 calories, and then all of a sudden I'll go on holiday. So let's say then I go to the States for 3 weeks and I start eating a normal diet of maybe 2000 calories, 2500 calories if I have big meals. And all of a sudden my body's like, whoa, what is going on with these calories? We're used to 1500, let's store all of this because this dude's probably gonna go and starve himself again and we're gonna need it. So my body starts storing it, and then you start putting on fat at this crazy rate. And you guys have probably seen yourselves, if you've dieted to a really low point in calories and then all of a sudden just crammed your food back in, your body's gonna store heaps of fat. It's crazy. It's actually insane how quick it will store fat. So you've got that rebound. So then I come home from the States and I've put on 5 kilos, let's just say. Look like shit. And then I think, alright, this sucks. I hate the way I look. Let's diet again. And so then I start reducing my calories. And because, say, I wasn't away a long enough time, my body's still used to functioning on low calories. So what I've got to do is I've got to go, alright, now I've got to go back to 1600. Then I start it all again and go back from 16. Then I have to drop to 15. And then I go away for a little bit, something comes up, I get fat again, and then I have to keep dieting down. So that's the problem, is that I'm creating a sluggish metabolism and I'm not fixing it. All I'm doing is getting fat or going back a few steps and then having to go exactly where I left off. So it is seriously a vicious cycle. So that's why in the past year, I've had things that have stopped me from getting in a surplus. So these things are basically, social media has been a big part of it because I don't feel comfortable getting too fat in an off season, or like I myself want to look lean. So then that'll always be in the back of my mind because I'll want to look leaner. I don't want to film if I'm fluffy. Like, I don't like to portray myself looking badly, to be honest with you. So I want to be lean, so then I'll keep dieting, and that's my own choice. So then what happens is that I don't grow. So what you guys need to take from this is knowing that when you're dieting, you're literally making your metabolism worse, and the longer you do that for, the less muscle you're going to build. So what I should have done is a reverse diet. And a reverse diet is the exact opposite of a diet. How'd you know that? Just figured it out. And what it is it's when you slowly add calories back in, and the goal of that is to get your metabolism back up again and get your hormones back up again to where they should be. And how you do it is, at the end of a diet, when you're happy with how lean you are, then you start with one big jump. So maybe jump up by 300, 500 calories, and you'll be surprised that this won't do too much. Your body will most likely take that in. And then from there, you got to be very careful. Then you got to slowly add food back in and be very strict with your diet and your calories, and slowly add them back in. Maybe Per week, add in 100 calories, see what your weight does. If it doesn't go up too much, next week add another 100. Really play it by ear, play it very slowly. About a year ago, about a year ago after the Arnold's, me and Aaron started to do a reverse diet with me. I was very lean at that point, and my body loved it. So I got my calories from 1600 or 1500 doing 2 hours of cardio a day. I got them up to about 2500. And I was relatively lean, a little bit fluffy, but that's what you expect. And then I went to America and I got even fatter. So I came home and started the whole diet again, and I haven't had a surplus since. So it's kind of sucked. And even now, like, I like to do these cheat meals for you guys. I like to film them. It's fun, it's good content. I had a lot of people at Expo saying, dude, I love your cheat meal videos, it's awesome. So I want to film more of those, and that comes at a cost too. Because if I'm trying to reverse diet or I'm trying to be in a surplus, if you add in a crazy cheat meal like that, these calories you're not accounting for, then your body's going to store a lot of fat and you can't really control it. So the only way to offset that is to be in a deficit. So that's what I've been doing in the past few months as well, is when I have cheat meals. I think it's easier for me to be in a deficit right now, have the cheat meal. 3 days of a deficit is going to offset that, so then I'm cutting at a slower pace anyway. So it kind of sucks, it sets you back a little bit, but again, that's my own choice. I want to make these videos. Like, the next video coming out now is a Krispy Kreme challenge, and it's going to be full on. I don't even want to think about the calories, but it's going to be funny and entertaining, so for me, that's worth it. But for the future plans for myself, I really need to get out of this hole of dieting and start adding some calories back in so I can feel normal, because I'm currently on 1500 calories doing, you know, an hour of cardio a day, and that's normal for me now, and it sucks. Like, I'm not enjoying it. So I need to get some food back in, and then my training will be better as a result, because I'm sure you guys might know that when you get to that point of dieting, you start to get over the gym. Like, it's hard. You don't get good pumps anymore, and it's quite difficult to do a normal session. So for you guys, if you feel like you're in that point now where your calories are too low and you feel like you're just in this hole going nowhere, you got to do one of two things. One, if you're happy with how lean you are, great, start a reverse diet. Two, if you're not happy with how lean you are, you need to continue. Just keep going, keep dieting, just push through it for a little bit, be very strict, get to that point where you're happy with your body fat percentage, and then you can start your reverse diet. Then you can start increasing calories very slowly until your metabolism will adapt, and then that way you're not in a hole of dieting anymore. Yeah, it's easier said than done because this stuff takes time, but it's worth doing. Promise you guys. So that is kind of the vicious cycle and the trap that dieting will get you into, and you'll end up being skinny for 2 years like this guy. So that's what I tell you guys is, if you're dieting, get lean, reverse diet, get everything back up again, and then when you get to the point when your calories are like 3000, then you can start a diet again and it won't be painful. So it's all about dieting on as many calories as you can and not having to get down to those stupid poverty levels like I am. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Just a quick little informative video letting you guys know where I'm at and what I've been through, and hopefully you can learn a little bit as well. If you did like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video as well. Time to announce this week's Massive Fam giveaway. There's still heaps of giveaways to go, guys, so let's get to today's. So today's Massive Fam giveaway goes to Kumi8811. And Kumi says, Zach the type of guy to bless you with a video right when you're about to sleep. Hashtag Massive Fam. That made me laugh, and it was very true. Not really sure where a lot of you guys are from, so in the comments, tell me where you're from. I have no idea. And then that way I can even time my releases better, because 12 PM in Australia, I don't know where that is for some of you guys, so you guys let me know and hopefully we can figure something else out. But otherwise, message me your details, Kumi. I will get a pack sent out with some samples and a message, and we'll have to catch you later. So you guys know what to do. Stay massive. All these sexy jeans in my section, and if a nigga wanna run up